Morning Achievement House. Welcome to Morning Buzz. I'm Mr. Warren along with Ms. Sabatelli. I want to do just a real quick shout out to Mr. Benda. Thank you for filling in the past 2 weeks. You did a great job. So, Valentine's Day came and went. I hope maybe you had a chance to maybe give a little Valentine's item or maybe got one back. When I was dating my wife before we got married, I obviously never forgot Valentine's Day. A couple years into our marriage, my wife said, you know what, we don't have to do Valentine's Day. That was actually code to mean, if you don't bring me something, don't bother coming home. I learned my lesson once, never did that again. A couple weeks ago, we've been married 36 years. She said, you don't need to get anything. And I think, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? So we actually had this comment. We talked about what happened, 35 years ago. So what I didn't get her anything, but I wrote a little note, just put it in her purse. And that was fine. And then of course, yesterday was President's Day. And just a little tidbit, when I was born, a few years ago, going to school, we actually had Lincoln's birthday on the 12th. And Washington's birthday on the 22nd. I honestly don't recall, but I think we got both of those days off. But then in the 70s, early 70s, they combined the two and called it President's Day. So I hope you had a great day yesterday. So with that, I want to just talk about some of the dates that are coming up.
Sure, I can do that. On Thursday, February 20th, there will be a PTO meeting at 7 p.m. Also on Thursday, February 20th, it is also National Love Your Pet Day. So stay tuned for the credits, and there will be a montage of all the staff and their pets here at AHCCS.
So I'm not sure we really need a National Pet Day. I mean, if you have a pet, you love your pet every day. And if you happen to not show enough love, they're going to make sure you do. So, but it's a great thing to remember. One of my favorite sections in all of our buzzes is the weather. So let's turn it over to Mrs. Miskouskas.
Mostowskis. Thank you, Mr. Warren. Mrs. Mostowskis here. So I want to talk to you today about a myth you may have heard. Some of you may have heard the myth that if you flush the toilet in the northern hemisphere, it turns one way in the toilet bowl. And if you flush the toilet in the southern hemisphere, it goes the other way in the toilet bowl. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's a myth. But there is some truth that follows those principles. So in weather, when we talk about weather systems, we have either high pressure systems or low pressure systems. High pressure systems are associated with nice warm weather, where a low pressure system are what we think of as storms. In the northern hemisphere, your low pressure systems move counterclockwise and your high pressure systems move clockwise. However, if you're south of the equator in the southern hemisphere, it is just the opposite. Your high pressure systems move counterclockwise and your low pressure systems move clockwise. So if you want to and you happen to be down south, check out those toilets, but don't count on that being any different. Back to you, Mr. Warren.
Once again, just a great episode. Learned this time about, flushing the toilet. It actually changes directions depending on where you live. Never knew that. Great. So, at this point, you go on.
Oh, on the You Be Long podcast, this week you're going to learn about how Minecraft is used in the classroom.
So we've got a busy week coming up. Make it a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye.